Funeral.
Funeral. A
Làm thế.
funeral is a ceremony to relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. Relieve. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. A council is a group of people who run a city. Council. A council is a group of people who run a city. To do something lightly is to not. Lightly. To do something lightly. An exhibit is a display of
trưng bày. Trưng bày.
Exhibit. To have plenty of something is to have plenty.
Đây là sự phong phú, sự dồi dào.
Mess. A mess is a condition that is if someone or something
Capable. Có khả năng.
Capable. If someone or something is capable. Disorder is a lack of order.
Disorder.
Disorder. Disorder is a lack of order. To monitor people or things is to work. Monitor. To monitor people or things is to work.
The teacher.
To declare is to say something officially.
Play.
Declare. To declare is to say. To oppose something means to dislike it. Oppose. To oppose something means to dislike. A citizen is someone.
Citizen, công dân.
Citizen. A forecast is an idea.
Forecast là dự báo.
Forecast. Geography is the study of where things are.
Geography, địa lý.
Geography. If something is considerable.
Considerable. Đáng kể, to tát, coi.
Considerable. If something is considerable, it is large. When people or things are enormous. Enormous. When the edge of something is the part of it that is farthest from the center.
Really.
Edge. The edge of something is the part of it that is farthest from the center.
He ran to the edge of the cliff.
Góc cạnh, burger cạnh, edge.
A genius is a very smart person.
Genius. Hiện tại.
Genius. A genius is a very smart person. To interfere is to cause problems.
Interfere.
Interfere. To interfere is if something is definite. It is certain.
Definite. Right.
Definite. If something is definite, it is. A tale is a story.
Tale.
Tale. A tale. If someone ought to do something.
Phải nên.
Ought. If someone ought to do something. Ought. If someone ought to. If someone ought to do something. If someone ought to do something. Ought. To resist something is to fight against it.
Resist là chống lại.
Resist. A row is a line of things. Row. A row. To insist means to be firm in telling people what to do. Insist. To insist means to be firm in telling people what to do. To rid is to make a place free from something. Rid. If something is wet, it is wet. If income is how much money you have. Income. A shelf is a place on a wall where you put things. Shelf. A shelf. If you do something out of spite, you want to be clear. fun. Something else is fun. To bake. To bake means to cook
Bày.
with.
Nướng bánh.
Bake. To bake.
Đây
Someone who is gentle is
gentle là nhẹ nhàng, hiền lành, dịu dàng, nhã nhẹ
gentle.
nhàng.
To report something.
Có độ sức, có độ khả năng.
Aboard. Super means really go.
Super.
Super. To reveal is to show something. Reveal. To reveal is to show something. To abuse someone or something. Abuse. To
Abuse
abuse
là
someone or something.
abuse là
The
ngoài gì?
mean man.
Astronomy is the study of the stars and
Astronomy.
planets. Astronomy. To convert something means to change it to
Astronomy là phi
something
hành gia. Convert.
To convert something means to
Convert.
change it into something else. Convert. A bean is a plant seed that is
Bean là đâu? Yeah.
bean. A candle is a stick of wax that is
Candle.
candle. A principal is a person in charge of the school. A principal is a person in charge of a school. To blame someone for something bad. Blame. To command someone is to tell them to do something.
Lệnh.
Command. A debt is an amount of money that a person owes. Debt. To frustrate is to prevent someone from fulfilling.
Frustrate.
Frustrate. To frustrate is to prevent someone from fulfilling. When someone or something are when someone or something are
Extraordinary.
extraordinary. When someone or something are extraordinary. If something happens despite what you do,
Despite
it happens anyway. Despite. If a trial is the way a court
Trial.
discovers if a person
Xử. Việc xét xử. Xử án.
trial. When someone is generous, they like it.
Trend. No. Rush.
Generous. When someone is generous, they to decrease something is to make it less.
Reduce. Free.
Decrease. To decrease something is to make it. A fault is a mistake.
Fault.
Fault. A fault is a mistake. An ingredient is something
Free. Đi.
ingredient. An ingredient is
Thành
something
phần.
that is
Ingredient là thành phần.
a fund is an amount of money that
Phân là
fund. Chemistry is the study of
Chemistry.
and reactions.
hóa học.
Chemistry. An exhibit is a display of anything.
Trưng bày. Trưng bày.
Exhibit. To monitor people or things is the one. Monitor. To monitor. To interfere is to cause problems.
Interfere.
Interfere. To interfere. If something is definite, it is certain or short. Definite. If something is definite, a row is a line of things. Row. To reveal is to show something. Reveal. To reveal is to show something.
I will reveal what
To oppose something means to dislike it. Oppose. To oppose something means disorder is a lack of order.
Disorder.
Disorder. Disorder is a lack of order. When someone or something are extraordinary. When someone or something.
Extraordinary.
The firemen who rescued the
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Chemistry is the study of chemistry. To interfere is to cause. Interfere. To relieve someone. Something likely. If a person is passive, they do not. Passive. If a person is passive, a quantity is a certain amount of something. A quantity is a certain amount of something. Quantity. A quantity is a certain amount of something.
Quantity.
Quantity. Quantity. Quantity.
Quantity.
Quantity.
Shit.
A mess is a condition that is not
Mess.
mess. A funeral is a ceremony.
Tang lễ.
Funeral. When someone or something. Extraordinary. When someone. To relieve someone. Relieve. To relieve someone.
Nhiều lần.
the medicine.
To do something lightly. Lightly. To do something. A council is a group of people. Council. To declare is to say something. Declare. To have plenty of something. Plenty. Geography is the study of weather. Geography. Geography. If something is considerable. Considerable. A forecast is an forecast. The age of something.
Burger cảnh. Relay.
If someone or something is
Có tài năng. Có khả năng. Có tài. Capable.
capable. If a citizen is someone who lives in citizen. When people or things are enormous.
Enormous. Khổng lồ.
Enormous. A tale is a story. Tale. A genius is a very smart person. Genius. To sue someone is to take them to court for something. Sue. To sue someone is to take them to court for something. When someone has anxiety, they have fear. Anxiety. When
Anxiety.
someone has anxiety, they have a lot of feelings in the air. If someone ought to do something,
Phải
ought. An army is a large
em
group
yêu
of
luôn
people
rồi.
who fight in war. Army. An income is how much money. Income. A billion is a very large number.
Billion.
Billion. To carve means to cut into something.
Cắt làm thịt.
Carve. To carve means to cut into something. To consult someone means to ask them for help. Consult. To consult someone means to ask them for help. A statue is an image of a person.
Statue.
Statue. An emergency is a time when someone needs help right away. Emergency. An emergency is a time. To insist means to be firm in telling people what to do. Insist. Someone who is gentle is kind and firm. Gentle. When someone has good fortune, it means they have help.
Fortune này nó cũng là may mắn, nhưng fortune thì may sự
Fortune. When someone has good fortune, to afford something means born. If something is wet,
wet.
it has
Làm
water
đi.
on it. Wet. A candle is a stick of
Candle
wax.
đó.
Candle. A shelf is a place on a wall.
Giá sách đủ.
Shelf. To bake
Đây là
means
một
to
cái
cook
lò.
food with heat. Bake. To abuse someone or
Abuse
something
là chửi
means to
rủa,
hurt them on purpose.
sỉ nhục.
Abuse. If you do something out of spite.
Spy. Đấy.
If you do something out of spite,
Hay
you want
là
to be mean.
ẩn hầu sự.
Spite. To guarantee means to know something will happen. Guarantee. To guarantee means to know
Chửi
something
nữa
will
đấy.
happen.
I guarantee.
To hike means to walk in the mountain. Hike. To hike means when something is initial, it is the first thing. When something is initial, when something is initial, it is the first thing. Initial. When something is initial, it is the first thing.
The initial.
To convert something means to change it into something else. Convert. If something is intense, it is very strong. Intense. To lend something is to give it to someone for a short time. Lend. The peak is the very top of the mountain. Peak. Potential means capable of being. Potential. Potential means capable. When a person is eager about something, they are excited about it. Eager. When a person is eager about something, a principal is a person in charge of the school.
Principal là hiệu trưởng.
Principal. To blame someone
Blame
for
là
something
khiển
bad
trách.
is to say they did it. Blame. When you have pride, you are happy with yourself. Pride. When you have pride, proof is a fact that shows something is real.
Giống như pro quá vậy, pro cũng là bằng chứng mà.
Proof. Proof is a fact. To frustrate is to prevent someone from fulfilling their desire. Frustrate. To frustrate is to prevent someone from fulfilling. A debt is an amount of money that a person owes. Debt. A debt. When someone is generous, they like to give things to people. Generous. To quit something means to stop doing it. Quit. To quit. To spin is to turn around in circles. Spin. When people or things are tiny. Tiny. A tutor is someone who gives lessons in a certain subject. Tutor. A tutor is someone who gives lessons in a certain subject.
My sister is bad at math.
To monitor people or things is to watch.
Monitor.
Monitor. To reveal is to show something. Reveal. A fund is an amount of money. Fund. A fund is an amount of money that people have.
We all put money into our close fund.
A fault is a mistake.
Fault là khuyết điểm mà.
Fault. A fault is an exhibit is a display of
Exhibit. Bài triển lãm.
Exhibit. A trial is the way a court discovers.
Trial là sự xét xử. Việc xét xử, sự án. Việc xét xử, sự xử.
Trial. An ingredient is something that
Ingredient
is
là
part of
phần in. Ingredient.
Ingredient. To decrease something is to make it less.
Decrease.
Decrease. To oppose something means to dislike.
Oppose là chống đối. Chống lại thì tối chọi.
Oppose. A row is a line of things. Row. If something is apparent. Apparent. If something is apparent.
Phải tỏ ra ngoài.
Her happiness was apparent from the smile on her face.
If something is definite, it is
Xác định right.
definite. A fault is a mistake. Fault. Disorder is a lack of order.
Disorder là sự gì? Sự mất trật tự, sự
Disorder. When people are blind,
lai là
they
người.
cannot. Blind. If a person is passive,
Là
passive. If a person is passive, they do not need action to solve problems.
Marcy is so passive that she never solves her problems.
Interfere is to cause problems and keep something from happening. Interfere. To interfere is to cause. When someone or something are extraordinary. Extraordinary. When someone or something. When something is awful, it is very bad. Awful. A quantity is a certain amount of something. Quantity. A quantity is a certain amount of something.
I have a small
Quantity
quantity of milk in my
số lượng.
glass.
To calculate is to find an answer using math. Calculate. To chat is to talk with someone. Chat. A council is a group of people. Council. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. Relieve. To commit to something is to promise to do it.
Comment.
Commit. To commit to something is to promise to do it. To compose something is to make it from smaller parts. Compose. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory is a school building where students live. To exhaust someone is to make them tired. Exhaust. To exhaust someone is to make them tired.
John exhausted himself by
A funeral is a ceremony that takes funeral. A greenhouse is a small glass building that is used.
Greenhouse là nhà kính.
Greenhouse. A greenhouse. To do something lightly.
Lightly.
Lightly. A mess is a condition that is not clean or neat. Mess. To ignore something is to act like you do not see or hear. Ignore. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. Relieve. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. The edge of something is the part of it that is farthest from the center. Edge. When someone has anxiety, they have a lot of worries and fear.
Sự lo âu có một phần.
Anxiety. If something is obvious, it's clear and easily seen.
Fears.
Obvious. If something is obvious, if something is considerable, considerable. If something is considerable, to carve means to cut into something.
Tự hào, sự can dự.
Pride. When to quit something means to stop. Quit. To quit. If someone or something
Có khả năng, có tài.
capable. To relieve someone is to make them feel.
Đây là giảm bớt, làm dịu, làm nhẹ bớt, giảm bớt.
Relieve. An army is a large group. Army. An army is to insist means to be firm and intelligent.
Má, mấy cái chuyện này khó nhớ quá. Có này nhấn mạnh nữa.
Insist. To insist. When someone has good fortune, it means they have
Sao? Fortune này nó như là mấy
fortune. When a billion is a very large
billion.
billion. A statue is an image of a statue. An emergency is a time when
Emergency là sự khẩn cấp, sự cố. Emergency. Khẩn cấp. Cố.
emergency. A disadvantage is a situation where someone is
Advantage.
likely to lose.
Là disadvantage là bất lợi. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. If you do something out of spite.
Spy là nói hận hụ, sự căm hụ, sự hoảng.
Spite. If to beg
Đây là
means
miếng
to
bánh.
cook. Beg. To consult someone means to
Quan
ask.
sát là giới thiệu. Quan sát là hỏi ý kiến tham khảo. Ý kiến tham khảo.
Consult. To abuse someone or
Is là
something
chửi rủa.
means to hurt them on purpose.
Chửi rủa hạ nhục, sỉ nhục. Chửi rủa sỉ nhục.
Abuse. If something is wet, it has one purpose. Wet. To afford something means you have enough
Đủ sức
money
để
to
làm
pay
gì?
for it.
Đủ sức để làm gì? Đủ hàng làm gì? Có đủ sức, có đủ khả năng.
Afford. To physics is a science that deals with energy and how it affects
Vật lý.
physics. The peak is the very top of the mountain.
Trước là cái đỉnh.
A candle is a stick of wax. Candle. A portion of something is a part of it.
Bottom.
A
Phần
portion of something is a
phần
part of
phần
it.
chia.
When something is initial, it is the first thing.
Initial.
Initial. When something is initial, it is the first thing.
The initial step when writing a paper is to find a good topic.
A shelf is a place on a wall.
Sale là cái cửa kéo giá sách, sale là cái giá sách này.
Shelf. If something is intense,
Cái gì mạnh vậy á, mãnh liệt, dữ dội.
intense. To frustrate is to prevent something.
Frustrate, bại là thất vọng, mỏng.
Frustrate. Potential means capable of. Potential. Potential. To hike means to walk. Hike. To commit to something is to commit. To guarantee means to know something. Guarantee. To guarantee means to know something. To lend something is to
Lên
lend. When a person is eager about something. Eager. When to spin is to turn around. Spin. To convert something means
rất là biến đổi.
convert. When people are
Trải
thinking
nghiệm.
tiny. To reveal is to
Reveal là phát giác, là tiết lộ, phát giác tiết
reveal. To monitor people.
monitor,
Monitor. To blame someone.
lên là trách, khiển trách,
Blame. Prove is a fact that
rất là
prove. When someone is
generous,
generous. Potential.
potential, potential là tiền
Potential. A debt is an amount
đen,
of money. Debt. A fund is an amount of money. Fund. A tutor is someone who gives lessons.
tutor là gia sư, giáo viên kiềm
Tutor. To oppose something means to dislike it.
chống lại,
Oppose. If something is definite, it is
nên là xác định rõ ràng.
definite. To guarantee means to know something. Guarantee. To guarantee means to know something. If something is obvious, it is clear and easily seen.
Chữ này nó giống như chữ speech, giống chữ rõ ràng, rành mạch đấy. Speech Việt.
Obvious. If something is obvious, it is clear and easily seen. Disorder is a lack of order or a complete mess.
Disorder là sự mất trật tự, sự bừa bãi.
Disorder. An ingredient is something.
Ingredient là một thành phần. Ingredient.
Ingredient. An ingredient. To decrease something is to make it less. Decrease. A trial is the way a court is judged.
Cho việc xét xử.
Trial. A fault is a mistake.
Khuyết điểm.
Fault. When something is awful.
Awful là xấu xa.
Awful. A road is a line.
Đó là hàng dây.
Road. A to guarantee means to know something.
Guarantee. Đảm bảo.
Guarantee. If a person is passive.
Sẽ là bị động.
Passive. If something is apparent.
Nó gần là nó bộc rõ ràng, bày tỏ ra ngoài, rõ ràng.
Apparent. A quantity is a certain amount of something.
Quantity là số
Quantity. To calculate is impossible. Calculate. When people are blind. Blind. A greenhouse is a small greenhouse. A green. When someone or something.
Thì cái này là nó hơi
Extraordinary. If something is obvious. Obvious. To chat is to talk with someone.
chat là nói chuyện ngắn.
Disorder is a lack of order.
Vì disorder là sự mất trật tự, sự bề bạch.
Disorder. To interfere is to cause problems.
Vì là kiểu như nó làm phiền, nó làm phiền ngay trên này.
Interfere. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory, a mess, is a condition that is not clean.
Trên trạng sau thời gian vì là sự mất trật tự.
Mess. To exhaust someone is to make them tired.
Làm việc sự
Exhaust. If something is apparent, it is easy to see. Apparent. If something is to compose something is to make it from smaller parts. Compose. If something is considerable, it is large in size.
consider cái gì à? Bài vế gì à? Đáng kể to tác cho bài vế.
Considerable. To ignore something is to act like you do not see or hear. Ignore. To sue someone is to sue. When someone has anxiety, they have a lot of
Anxiety nó là âu.
Anxiety. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory is a school building. To exhaust someone is to make them tired. Exhaust. To exhaust someone is to remind someone is to tell them. Remind. A secretary is a person who works in the office. Secretary. A secretary. If something is severe, it is not severe. If someone has a talent, talent. To relieve someone.
Gì tư nhân nội.
To relieve. To ignore something is to act like you do not see or hear. Ignore. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory. To carve means to cut into something.
Okay.
Carve. To. When you have pride, you are happy with yourself.
Pride là sự gì? Sự hãnh diện.
Pride. A thesis is an idea that needs to be proved. Thesis. A thesis is an idea that needs to be proved. A uniform is a piece of clothing. Uniform. A secretary is a secretary. A secretary. To consult someone means to ask them for help. Consult. To afford something means you have enough money to pay for it. Afford. To insist means to be firm in telling people what to do. Incest. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain. Relief. Vision is the act of seeing.
Vision.
Vision. Vision is the... A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory is a school. To carve means to cut into something. Carve. The peak is the very top of the mountain.
Đỉnh. Núi. Chộm. Trước đỉnh. Chỉnh.
A thesis is an idea that needs to be proved. Thesis. A thesis is an... Physics is a science that deals with energy and how it affects things. Physics. A shelf is a place on a wall where you put things. Shelf. A consequence is a result of a choice. Consequence. To absorb a liquid means to take it inside. Absorb. To absorb a liquid means to take it inside. A portion of something is a part of it.
Portion.
Portion. A boss is a person in charge of the boss. To lend something, lend. When something is initial, it is the first name.
Initial bắt đầu.
Initial. When a candle is a stick of wax that is lit. Candle. When a person is eager about something, they are excited about it. Eager. When a person is eager about something, a dormitory is a school building. Dormitory. A committee is a group of people who meet together to make decisions. Committee. A committee is a group of people who meet. A contract is a written agreement between two people. Contract. A crew is a group of workers. Crew. A crew is a group. To devote time to something means to spend a lot of time doing it. Devote. To devote. If something is intense, it is very strong. Intense. To dig is to make a hole in the ground. Dig. To dine means to eat dinner. Dine. When you honor people or things, you show respect.
Honor.
Honor. When you honor people or things. When something is initial, it is the first thing. Initial. When something is... To commit to something is to promise to do it. Commit. To commit. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Dormitory. A dormitory. To donate is to give something to a charity. Donate. If something is double, it is twice as much. Double. To elevate something is to put it at a higher level. Elevate. To devote time to something means to spend a lot of time doing it.
Đi. Phó.
Oh. To devote time to something means to... A debt is an amount of money that
Đừng có nhìn tôi. Đừng có nhìn tôi, đang học tiếng Anh, đừng có nhìn.
A fund is an amount of money. Fund. A flavor is the taste of flavor. Potential means capable of being, but not yet in existence. Potential. Potential means capable of... A foundation is a group that provides funding for research.
Foundation là cái gì đấy?
Foundation. A foundation is a group. A tutor is someone who gives lessons in a certain subject. Tutor. A generation is a group of people.
Generation.
Generation. A handle is the part of an object. Handle. A layer covers over something. Layer. A layer covers over something.
Mùi thơm với ta.
Mud is soft, wet dirt. Mud. An explosion is a violent burst. Usually. Explosion. If something is smooth, it has no bumps. Smooth. Soil is the top layer of land.
Xéo. Chương này là lái mà. Xéo.
Soil. Soil is the top
Soil.
layer of land. If people or things are unique, they are not like the others. Unique. If people or things, a chamber is an old word for a method. Chamber. To guarantee means to know something will happen. Guarantee. To deny something is to say it is not true. Deny. A document is an official piece of writing. Document. A document is an official. To emphasize is to give importance or attention to something. Emphasize. Soil is the top layer of land of the earth. Soil. A fever is a high body temperature. Fever. A fever is a high body temperature. If something is obvious, it's clear and obvious. The flu is another sickness that leaves you only for your body. Flu. Disorder is a lack of order, or a complete mess.
Đây là sự mất trật tự.
Disorder. If something is southern, it is in the direction of southern. If something is apparent, it is easy to see.
Rõ ràng.
Apparent. If a mess is a condition that is not clean or neat.
Này là cái gì quên tên rồi. Tình trạng sao tình trạng của
Mess. To guarantee means to know something will happen. Guarantee. To freeze is to become very cold. Freeze. A fever is a high body temperature. Fever. A gesture is a movement of the hands or arms. Gesture. A gesture is a movement. To remind someone is to tell them to remember to do something. Remind. To compose something is to make. Compose. To interrupt is to briefly stop someone when they are doing something. Interrupt. To interrupt is to break. To last is to continue or go on for an amount of time. Last. To last. Likeness means the state of being like or resemble. Likeness. Likeness means the. Moreover means besides or in addition to. Moreover. Moreover. A perspective is the way you think about something. A perspective is the way you think about something. Perspective. A perspective is to guarantee means to know something. Guarantee. To guarantee. If something is severe, it is very important. Severe. If something to exhaust someone is to make them tired. Exhaust. When something is rational, it is normal. Rational. When something is rational, it is. Example building that is used for religious. Temple. A temple. To consult someone means to ask them for help. Consult. To recover is to go back to normal after something bad happens. Recover. To rely on something or someone is to transport. To rely on something or someone is to transport. Rely. To rely on something or someone. Moreover means besides or. Moreover. Moreover means besides. To shock people is to surprise them. Shock. To carve means to cut into something. Carve. A secretary is a person who works. Secretary. To ignore something is to act like you do not see. Ignore. If someone has a talent. Talent. When people are shy, they are very surrounded. Shy. To stare at something is to look at it for a long time. To stare at something is to look at it. To stare at something is stare. 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 To rely on something or rely. A portion of something is a part of it. Portion. A uniform is a piece of clothing. Uniform. Vision is the act of seeing. Vision. Thus means as a result.
Nghe tao nhìn vậy mà nhìn điểu là nhìn gì nè.
Physics is a science that deals with energy and how it affects things. Physics. When a person is eager about something, eager. To relieve someone is to make them feel less pain.
Giảm gì đấy. Dịu làm dịu.
Relieve. Absorb a liquid. Absorb. To absorb a boss is a person in charge. Boss. An aim is a goal someone wants to do. Aim. A shelf is a place on a wall where you put things. Shelf. A thesis is an idea that needs to be proved. Thesis. If something is intense, intense. The peak is the very top. Peak. To attach is to put. Attach. To attach is to put. To bet is to risk. Bet. When something happens rapidly. Rapidly. When something is initial. Initial. When something is initial.
The initial step
When you honor people or things. Honor. When you honor people or things. To absorb a liquid. Absorb. To absorb a liquid. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by a carriage. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by. To dig is to make a hole. Dig. A committee is a group of people. Committee. A committee. To elevate something. Elevate. To. A crew is a group of workers. Crew. A contract is a written agreement. Contract. A contract. A flavor is the change. Flavor. dine. Dine. A dormitory is a school building. Dormitory. A dormitory is building. Building. A foundation is foundation. A foundation. If something is classic. Classic. To commute is to travel a long distance. Commute. To commute is to travel. If something is double. Double. To confirm is to make sure. Confirm. To devote time to something. Devote. A committee is a group of people. Committee. A committee is a handle is the part of it. Handle. A layer covers over something. Layer. To criticize. Criticize. To criticize. A dormitory is a school building. Dormitory. A dormitory. A foundation is a group. Foundation. If people or things are unique. To confirm is to make sure. Confirm. To differ is to not be the same. Differ. A generation is a group of people. Generation. If something is smooth, it has no smooth. To deny something is to say it is not true. Deny. Mud is soft when dirty. Mud. A chamber is an old word. Chamber. An expense is the money that expense. If something is formal, formal. Height is how tall. Height. A household is all the people who live. Soil. Soil is the top layer. Soil. A dormitory is a school building. Dormitory. A dormitory. To confirm is to make sure something. Confirm. To emphasize. Emphasize. If something is southern, southern. If something is southern, a chamber is an old word. Chamber. The flu is a type of flu. A fever is a high fever. To interrupt is to bring Interrupt. To a dormitory is dormitory. A dormitory is to remind someone. Remind. To guarantee. Guarantee. To guarantee. A gesture. Gesture. A gesture is to interrupt. Interrupt. To interrupt. A perspective. Perspective. A perspective is
The man's speech gave me a new perspective.
to recover. Recover. Likeness means likeness. If something is severe. If something is severe. To stare at something. Stare. To stare at something. When something is rational. When something is rational. Rational. When something is rational. Moreover means. Moreover. When people are shy. Shy. To rely on something. Rely. To rely on something. Too bad. That. When a person is eager. When a person is eager. A portion of something. Portion. An aim is a goal. Aim. Thus means as a result. Thus. Thus means to elevate something. Elevate. To a carriage is a vehicle pulled by carriage. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by when something is initial. Initial. When something is to attach. Attach. To absorb a liquid. Absorb. To absorb a liquid. If something is classic. Classic. A foundation is a group. Foundation. To criticize. Criticize. To criticize. To commute is commute. To commute is a committee is a group of people. Committee. Height is how tall. Height. If something is formal. Formal. To differ is to differ. To differ. An expense is the money. Expense. An expense. To invent something. Invent. To emphasize. Emphasize. If someone is someone is junior, to confirm is to make sure. Confirm. A chamber is an old word. Chamber. A gesture is a movement. Gesture. A gesture. To interrupt is to interrupt. To interrupt is to stare at something. Stare. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by a horse. Carry. To criticize is to say. Criticize. To criticize is to say. The military is the army. Military. The military. Labor is the act of doing. Labor. Labor. If someone is junior. If someone is junior. To secure something. Secure. To secure something. A mechanic is someone. Mechanic. A gesture is a movement of the hand. Gesture. A gesture is a movement of the hand.
My teacher makes a lot of
A monster is any imaginary monster. If something is prime. If you have confidence. Confidence. If to shift to something to move into a new place. Shift. If something is remote. Remote. If something is remote. A signal is a sound or signal. To ensure. Ensure. When people are sincere. Emotion is a movement. Motion. When people are sincere. When people are sincere. The pace of something. Pace. Ability is the quality of ability. Laughter is the sound produced by laughter. Laughter is agriculture is the growth. Agriculture. Agriculture is when a person is anxious. When a person is anxious. A cartoon is a funny cartoon. A cartoon is a funny. To seek is to look for something. Seek. The ceiling is the top. Ceiling. The ceiling is the top. Steam is water. Steam. To convince someone. Convince. To a battle is a fight. Battle. When you are curious about something. Curious. When you are curious about something. A meteor is a rock. Meteor. To delay means to wait. Delay. Upper means higher. Upper. Up. A diary is a book. Diary. A diary is a book. To spell is to have something. Spell. To spell. An element of something. An element of something desire is to want something. Desire. To desire is to want. When people have faith in something. Faith. When people have faith in something. To convince someone. Convince. A disaster is a really bad thing. Disaster. When you are curious about something. Curious. When you are curious about something. Grain is food crop. Grain. Grain is. A wing is the part of it. Wing. A wing is. Do you greet someone? Greet. Do you greet someone? A marathon is a marathon. To investigate. Investigate. To investigate. To bring means to take. Bring. Joy is a feeling. Joy. Unless means not. Unless. A label is attached. Label. A label is attached. To shine is to make a shine. To shine is to make a labor is the act of doing. Labor. Labor. Grain is food crop. Grain. Grain is food crop. A monk is a religious person. Monk. A monk is a religious person. An intent is a plan. Intent. When something is odd, it is unusual. Odd. When something is odd. If something is severe. Severe. If an enemy is a country that is enemy. A dormitory is a school building where a dormitory is a school building where dormitory. A dormitory. Lightness means the state of being light. Lightness. A label is attached. Label. To guarantee means to know something. Guarantee. When something is rational. Rational. When something is rational. To elevate something. Elevate. To elevate something. A perspective is the way. Perspective. To attach. Attach. A portion of something. Portion. A portion. If something is severe. Severe. To rely on something. Rely. Moreover means moreover. Thus means as a result. Thus. The ceiling is the top. Ceiling. The ceiling is the to pause. Pause. To pause. To commute is to travel along. Commute. When something is When something is rational. When something is rational. Rational. When something is rational. A committee is a group of people. Committee. A committee is a group. A lung is the organ. Lung. A priest is a person. Priest. A priest is a person. When something is initial. Initial. A castle is a building. Castle. To absorb a liquid. Absorb. To invent something. Invent. To pause. Pause. To pause. An expense. Expense. If something is classic. Classic. To emphasize. Emphasize. To emphasize. A profession is a person. Profession. A profession is to secure something. Secure. To interrupt. Interrupt. A priest is a person. Priest. A priest. To stare at something. Stare. To stare at something. When something is initial. Initial. When something is initial. To confirm is to make sure. Confirm. To load is to put objects. Load. To adopt someone. Adopt. To remark is to say something. Remark. To remark is to say something. To beg is to ask for something. Beg. To beg is to. If something is prime. Prime. If someone is junior. Junior. To criticize. Criticize. A mechanic is someone who. Mechanic. If you have confidence about something. Confidence. If you have confidence about something. A priest is a person trained before. Priest. A priest is a person. A carriage is a vehicle full by carriage. A carriage. The military is the army. The military is the army. Military. The military is the army. When a person is eager about something. Eager. When a person is eager about something. The pace of something is the speed. Pace. The pace. When people are sincere. Sincere. When people are sincere. To shift to something. Shift. A gesture is a movement. A gesture is a movement. Gesture. A gesture is a movement. When a person is anxious. Anxious. When a person. A signal is a sound or signal. Ability is the quality of ability. Agriculture is the agriculture. A cartoon is a funny cartoon. To desire. Desire. To desire. A disaster is a really bad disaster. A disaster. If something is northern. Northern. If something to spell is spell. To spell is to have something. An element of something. Element. An element of to delay means to wait. Delay. When people have faith in something. Faith. A diary is a book. Diary. A diary. To greet someone. Greet. If A is beyond beyond. Astronomy is the study of the stars. Astronomy. A costume is a set of clothes. A costume is a set. To shine. Shine. Joy is a feeling you get when you are joy. When you are curious about something. Curious. To investigate. Investigate. To convince someone. Convince. To convince someone. Grain is food crop. Grain. A diary is a book. Diary. To chase someone. Chase. To exclaim is to say something loud. Exclaim. When someone is stupid. Stupid. To extend is to spread out. Extend. A monk is a religious person. Monk. A monk is an emergency is a time. Emergency. Labor is the act of doing. Labor. A fool is someone who makes unwanted. Fool. A fool is someone who makes unwanted. A council is a group of people. Council. A dormitory is dormitory. A dormitory. When something is on. On. When something is on. Label is a label. To attach. Attach. To rely on something. Rely. To forbid is to tell someone. Forbid. forbid is to tell. A route is the way you go. Route. A route. A perspective is the way you think about it. Perspective. To illustrate. Illustrate. To illustrate. If someone or something. Superior. If someone or something. Moreover means moreover. If something is severe. Severe. To elevate something. Elevate. To guarantee means to know something. Guarantee. To guarantee means when something is rational. Rational. A portion of something. Portion. A portion. Indeed means truly. Indeed means truly. Indeed. Indeed means truly. To commute is to travel along. Commute. The ceiling is the top. Ceiling. Thus means as a result. Thus. When someone or something. Extraordinary. When someone or something. To interpret is to explain what something. Interpret. To interpret is to explain what something.
The woman
If something happens despite. If people do something kindly. If a row is a line of things. Row. A motive is the reason someone does something. Motive. A motive is the reason someone does something.
his motive for
A profession is a perfect job. Profession. A profession is a perfect. Heaven is the place that heaven. A nest is a place where nest. A nest. To absorb a liquid means absorb. To absorb a liquid. To adopt someone. Adopt. To beg is to ask for something. Beg. To remark. Report. When something is initial. Initial. When to pause means to stop doing. Pause. To interrupt is to briefly stop someone. Interrupt. If someone is junior. Junior. A nest is a place where. Nest. A mechanic is someone who mechanic. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by horses. Count. A priest is a person priest. If something is prime, prime. When a person is anxious. To reveal is to reveal. To the origin of someone. Origin. The to conclude is to conclude. A reception is a party. Reception. Jewelry is something that people wear. Jewelry. To reject is to refuse something. Reject. Destruction is damage. Destruction.